Good morning, folks. I'm here in Nellie's jungle, and we took a little visit to our little carving guy, and this happened. Yeah, we already have a bunch of them, and it's like, hey Rose, I made you some gnome doors, some hobbit doors, some fairy doors. And I was like, you already made us a bunch of them. Oh, well, I made you more. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to put them out. So, last time I screwed them to the trees, then taped them. Now, we are going to tape them first to make it easier. See, not just a pretty face, guys. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tape them first. We live and learn. Then we're gonna screw them. Then we're gonna tape the trees. Then we're going to spray some spray foam in Bahak. Then we're gonna sand it, then we're going to paint it, and then we're gonna have 9 more because we still got to do the pass for them. We've just kind of put those first doors up and left it. So we got to kind of pay attention to that. So that's what we're gonna do now. The taping is done. So now they're all taped, as you can see. We saved ourselves a lot of time because it's much tougher to tape when they're on the tree. And we've got very nice precise lines, as you can see. If you're wondering why we tape, I'll just quickly explain, is because there is no tree that's going to be flat. Like a tree's gonna kind of come up like this or what have you. And you're gonna have a gap, and it's not gonna look like the door is actually attached on, it's just gonna look like you actually just nailed it onto the tree, where we want to look like it's growing onto the tree, or the gnomes attached it, or hobbits or fairies attached it properly. So we screw it onto the tree, and then we spray foam, then we sand it off, and then we paint it all to match. It looks really good. If you don't know what we're talking about, we did do a video probably about a month ago of how to, like, and it's a long drawn out video, so you can watch that and see step by step how we do it. We're not going to do it this video. I'm just going to show you. Boom, there they are. Boom, they're taped. Boom, they're screwed on. Boom, I'm putting the spray foam in, and then I'm sanding, then I'm painting, and boom, you guys get to watch it. So that's what this video is about. Okay, so this is we don't really care that it's not that great of a tape job, because it's the pressure of the spray foam is going to, push in all the creases. All we do is want to protect the tree, so we're not going to get spray foam. So when we cut it off with our knife, it's going to be perfect. So that's one. You can see it's hello, anyone home? Hello? No one's home. Oh, I didn't even notice you put a little cat on there. So anyway, that's solid in there. You can hit that with a hammer. So it's on. I'm going to do the rest of them, and then we're going to get some spray foam going. Number 2, done. Christmas one, I guess. I didn't even look closely at these. They all got some sort of a different theme, but it's on there. We got the tape all the way around it. It's just ready for spray foam. Spray foam's going to fill this in. We're going to chop it off, match it up, sand it down. It's going to look like it's growing from the tree, like these guys. Okay, this one's done. It's going to need a lot of fill. So I think I'm gonna go out and get some more. Once I'm done taping everything, I'm gonna get some more spray foam, because I'm gonna kind of like this. We've never done one with this much fill. Like, it's huge, so we're gonna fill it right in. But we probably gonna need, I just brought 1 can, and I probably need more. So I'm gonna go and get some more. And for those of you that don't want to go back and watch the other video, I'm just gonna show you. That's what it kind of looks like on the tree. We don't care that it's, all we do is care that it's there. That's all we care. It doesn't have to be perfectly stuck to the tree. Don't worry about that. So that's that. This is I'm gonna screw that on like that, and we're good to go with the spray foam. Voila. That's not going anywhere. Like, it's deep into the tree. We'll build some dirt up here with some pass, but that's ready for spray foam, and you can see how much spray foam we're gonna need. And you can see, if we put this on the tree, it would just look kind of silly. People would go, oh, it's just a door they put on a tree. Once we level this off, she's gonna look like the gnomes or hobbits or fairies like made it. Anyway, next one. New door. There. We're gonna screw it on. Done. I'm sure you guys can see. We don't want these just with little nails that are coming off. We want it in, because we want this place to last for a few years anyway. Hello, anyone home? Moving on. Next one. Done. Kinda. We might actually gonna put a little bit more there. But the rest looks good. Moving on. Solid. I think I've got 2 more that need to be done, and then we're hitting the spray foam. Second last one. 1 more to go. Oop, it's kind of falling off. Fix that. As you can see, we're almost ready to go. Got a good big gap behind this one, but we'll fix her up. Last one. Done. I just got some spray foam. Let's do that spray foaming right now. Okay, the spray foaming. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've made a mess. So, that one. Yeah, the bottle blew. I got it all over the place, but we'll clean it up. 2. 3. Clean up aisle 4. Oh my gosh. There's one back there. I'll just do a quick lump. Done. And we're gonna build these up, build steps, and I don't even know where they are now. Oh, there's one. One here. One way back there. It's not even in the enchanted, but the enchanted will grow. One back there. And last but not least, this one. Look at the stuff all over the place. Clean up. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we will wait for it to dry. I would say 24 hours, and then we will carve it out. So stay tuned. X-Acto knife time. So I'm going to carve all the excess foam out, and hopefully she looks good. So that's what it looks like before. And we got the pile of foam, and we got the door. And as you can see, we're gonna sand this down, we're gonna paint it up, and you're gonna think that's growing from the tree. So yeah, a lot of mess, a lot of work, but you can see in there, we're gonna make it look like it is part of this tree. Anyway, on to the next one. Clean up on aisle 3. Number 2, an absolute disaster. Let's see if we can clean this up. Okay, done. Done, 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 done. And clean up all 7. And there we go. We've peeled off all that, and we now have a smooth side. We are gonna, of course, sand this, make it look real smooth, and then we're gonna match the paint. But that looks a lot better, right? And it looks like it's part of the tree. You guys will see. Give me some time. We're here at this big one. Real big. Let's see, that's what it looks like before. Give me a minute. Done. Maybe a little bit there, but as you can see, that's what we're looking for. Now it's gonna be sanded, it's gonna look good, but once I get that all sanded, painted, it's gonna look like it's affixed to the tree. But we do make a lot of mess doing this, but the end product is so far much better that it's worth putting in a little extra effort if you want a good final product. So on to this one. Well, it's a little mess, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, complete. There you go. I guess I want to say I am by no means a certified, licensed Hobbit Gnome fairy door installer. I'm just showing you, and I've never seen anyone do this, and I just kind of came up with this myself. So there's probably tons of other ways to do this. If you don't want to go through all this effort, I guess you could just screw them right on. It's this gap that I was concerned about. I wanted to make it realistic, and so it doesn't necessarily mean this is the only way to do it. This is just the way I decided to do it. And the first ones we did, they looked awesome. Once we sanded this down and then painted it the same color, they look like they're coming from the trees. So I'm just gonna keep going with it. But check out other videos, see how other people do it, because I couldn't find anything out there. I just didn't like the way they look when, you'd need a perfectly flat tree for it to look any good. And I don't have any perfectly flat trees. Tons of trees around. Everywhere you can see, big trees, none of them are flat. So, boom, we just came up with the method. We'll fill these up with some nice steps, fill them with dirt, make some nice paths. Right now, let's stick to this, and Anyway, on to the next one. It's kind of a neat one. You can see we're in Sherwood Forest now. We're not in the Enchanted Garden anymore, but you can see this from the Enchanted Garden. So we just kind of wanted it to spread out a bit and make it look bigger, because I'm sure we're going to end up bringing Enchanted in here with some of the ideas we have. So let's tackle this one. This is what it looks like before. Looks like it's just going in for shaving the beard. We're back. That's what it's going to look like. Well, you'll see. You'll see. A lot of mess. Next one. Where is it? Oh, it's way over there. Oh, no, I see one right here. There's a lot of them, guys. Holy mackerel. There's a lot of spray foam on this one. Okay. Before and after, folks. This is the before. Done. Moving on. Sandpaper will get the rest of that and make it look really good. Next is... Ooh. Over here, big one. Gonna make this, we can have some big nice rock steps coming up here. Quite excited about this one. Let's see what it looks like when we're done. I am gonna just jump in here and say, hey, when you're doing this, use a X-Acto knife that can come out, not one of the little ones, because yeah, I cut myself, that's what that's from. Actually this finger here, but I used this so I didn't have to take a pit stop in. But anyway, you want a long blade so you can actually go through, opposed to cut like that. I kind of want to come in, and I do it in sections. I don't just go boom. I take that off and that comes off because I like making a mess. No, it's because I don't want to mess it up. I've done it a few times where I've gone there, and sometimes you get a jagged edge and I want a smooth edge like this. So I just slowly, you know, with the long blade, it should cut down like that. You should just be able to peel this off. It's not rocket science. You don't need a diploma for this. You don't have to stay in school, guys. You can actually just do this. Just sharp knife, long blade. Very important. So anyway, I just want to jump in. Just maybe some of you haven't watched the first video, and then you're kind of, you know, you bought that little X-Acto knife with, you know, the little blade that's kind of like, it's like a little triangle, and you're, how does he get in there? You know, so I'm just showing you what I do. Long knife, cut down. I don't go all the way where I should go. I slowly get to there. I will get to there. I just slowly get to there. Okay, so back to progress. Okay, done. And remember, it doesn't matter if it's, you know, it's a little, you're gonna sand this. And, you know, even like this is kind of nice when, oh, you see where it actually fits right in there. It's gonna look really good. But if you got a spot that didn't work, or it didn't work out as well as you thought, you can put a little bead of caulking there. Yeah, it might fall off in a few years, but as long as you use expandable caulking, it should, you know, like we got a beautiful seam down here. Like it's just beautiful. But you could caulk that, but it's just the overall, hey, that's gonna look, this is all gonna be red all the way back to here. It's gonna look really good. So, on to the next one. Let's see where the next one even is. Okay. We've done that one. We've done that one. We've done that one. We've done that one. That was one of the old ones. You can see, look at that. You wouldn't know that's not part of the tree. This kind of fits nicely right in the tree. That's what's kind of looked like. I think I put one on the other side of here. And no. Is that it? Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. Okay, so next stage is sanding. I'm not going to show you that because it's just sanding. I might do one just for the people that haven't seen it. I'm going to wait. Now I'm going to wait because I did cut off big chunks of spray foam. So, and I just did this yesterday. So the inside, it's dry, but I still want it to dry overnight before I start sanding it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like this. We're going to let it let the new spot, because this is, you can see right here, you see the difference in, you can't, maybe you can see the difference in color. It's like white and then a little bit yellow. So that means that it's dry, cuttable, but not perfectly dry. So sanding is just gonna gum up my paper. It's not gonna give me a smooth job. So we're gonna wait a day like this, come out tomorrow, sand it and paint it right away. So anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll love you tomorrow. It's a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll love you tomorrow. It's a... What? I just saw Nellie over here. Did you just get home from work? And you just went right in? What are you doing?
I am getting these two Adirondack chairs that have been sitting there forever painted so I can get them out in the yard.
She's getting the Adirondack chairs painted so she can put them out in the yard. Cool. That looks like fun. Well, I'm installing Gnome doors to give them an R20 value insulation so they don't freeze in the wintertime. Because no one likes a frozen gnome. No. Okay, see you guys. Guys, well, I was heading around picking up some garbage around there trying to clean up my mess, and I noticed this. One totally missed. It's like, and so anyway, you guys get to watch this. This might be kind of neat. Now, don't tell me that wasn't satisfying to watch. Anyhow, so that one's gonna have to wait till tomorrow, but I still can clean up the messes on the other stuff. Back in a bit. So it's sanding and painting day. It rained crazy last night, like we're talking insane. So everything's covered in dust and dirt, but we don't care right now. So I'm gonna start sanding. So what I've got here is a 100 grit, which is getting close to a finer grit. And we're gonna sand the transition right here, and then we're gonna paint it. There's more transition at the side too. Okay, so we've sanded it nicely. We got a bunch of paint. These are two different colors because remember, we didn't paint these. The carver painted them, and we've got to try and match it up. So I've got two different paints. Not sure which is the right one. They're just dollar store paints. $1.50, I think, that we paid for them. So let's try and match them up and let's see how we look. And then on the side, we've got the wall. So we're gonna work on those two things right now. So before we move on to the next one, remember, this is just first coat. So first coat, you can see it's not bad. When we do the second and third coat, it really looks good. And you can see at the back there, it looks like this is a really solid chunk of wood, because you can see it's gonna go right back. And we're gonna do, once you do a few more coats, because it's gotta meld in, then it's gonna look really good. But anyway, first one, done, 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 and done. We're gonna move on to the next one. I'm liking it. So we're now at this one, and let's do some sanding and painting. Okay, first coat done. I want to do the front yellow too, but all I do is have this little tiny, so it makes it really hard. But anyway, first coat done. Next one is this bad boy. So we're gonna sand her down and paint her. Be back in a sec. Check it out. Okay, so first coat done on this one. Got a little hole there I gotta fill. It was in a little air pocket in the insulation, but I'll come over to this side. Really nice attachment, and we're up close. And once we get the second coat, once it dries, you're gonna be standing back here. It's gonna be excellent. Trust me. Next. We're gonna do this little Christmas one here. That's what it looks like before. Not bad. See what it looks like in a second. Only the first coat, but not too shabby. Stand back. Let's go back on this. That's when because this is where you're going to be, and it's still first coat, but you can see that, hey, that's growing from the tree, and there's a lot of filler in that. Once we get the paths done, you guys are going to see, hang in there, but you can see where we're going. Looks like they're part of the tree. Only first coat. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this one looks like some sort of a church or something like that, but anyway, this is going to be kind of interesting to see how it turns out, because it's got full, thick, all the way around. So let's check. Let's see how we can make it. I'm gonna sand it and then I'm gonna paint it, and see you guys in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, and there we go. A little bit of a seam up top. I'm gonna try and fill that in when I do my second coat. But looks like it's coming out of the tree, doesn't it? That's probably where you're gonna be standing, so you're not gonna see it as much, but yeah, I need to get rid of that. Other than that, looks pretty good. The whole time I'm painting this, it's like I got the church symbol. I'm thinking fire station. I don't know why. But anywho, next coat, we're gonna try and get rid of that seam there. But I'm quite happy. Okay, now to this bad boy. It's a big one. You can see my hands here, so you can see it's a big one. We've got some red to do up top, and we've got some blue to do down here. So it's gonna be like a two-tone. So let's see how this looks after we sand and paint. Attachment up top, looks good. A little bit of a seam. We'll get rid of that. The side looks good. And what you see looks really good. Looks like it's attached up there. And of course we're gonna fill this in with some steps, make it look good. On to the next one. Here's the next one. We're in Sherwood Forest. So, and take a look. Looks pretty good. And let's do some sanding and painting. First coat done. Looking good. Looking really, really, really good. On to, I think there's more. Yeah, okay, I see a green one. Gonna do a green one, off to a green one. Okay, so we got this one here. Unfortunately, I don't have any greens that's gonna even be close to this, so I'm gonna have to paint the whole door. Not a problem. Not a problem. Do it, Rusty, do it. Do it. Okay, it's done. And this really shows the importance of, because you know, the door would come back to say here, and then you would have this big gap, and it would be, you know, because you know there's this space and it's irregular. And yeah, it's first coat, so it's not perfect, but second and third coat, it's going to come to life, and you can just see like it makes sense. So anyway, that one's done. Oh yeah, we got that. I got to show you this. Okay, so you're probably asking, hey, what happened to that one that you put in an enormous amount of spray foam at the back of it because it was like 6 inches from the tree? Well, there you go. It's absolutely, it is crazy. So I got to get this thing off. This is insane. While we wait for the other ones to dry, first coat, so I'm not totally happy with the holes and maybe back here. So there's another method we can do when you have a big problem, and that is some wood filler, some just basic wood filler paintable, and we are going to apply that. Pretty simple. Something like, we're just going to apply it like this. I'll do it now and then show you what it looks like when it's done. Pretty simple. So we're done. So just the spatula. It looks like it's kind of like spreading out fondant. I've never done that before, but I think we've all watched the Cake Boss, and it just kind of mushes around. You see I've got it nice in there. We can chip that out later, and we'll sand it off tomorrow, let it dry for a day, and then we will get to this one to painting. You'll get a better, I'm telling you right now, you'll have a better result like this. It just takes more time. So I don't think you want to do it with every single one. You can see, you know, to me, that one's looking pretty damn good. You know, that would pass the, you know, 6-year-old, 8-year-old litmus test on Gnome door installation, I think. And this would be more, hey, yeah, we got a building permit to install this, and we've got the building inspector to come and do an inspection. Then you probably want to go this route. Okay, back at you in a bit with the second coat, probably the final coat for everything. They'll be done, and this one will start painting. Okay, so it's now hardened. We're going to start it with 100 grit just to get the rough stuff off, and we're going to move down to a final of a 220 grit just to make it nice and smooth. Okay, so it is sanded now. Yeah, the doors are filthy just because when it rains, it splashes up. We haven't got the rocks in here for the pathways. We've got it sanded so you can see it's a nice little transition. And I'm gonna paint it now. Done. Just finished the last coat on this. You can see it's pretty good. Looks like it's attached onto the tree. Let's go take a look at the rest of them. Okay, so we got one right here. Let's see, nice. Oh, the gaps are closed up. Hard to see any seams on that one. We got another one right around the corner here. And that's that guy. Goes in nicely. Got some cobwebs, but nicely attached onto the tree. Got another one. Right hidden back here. This is that church/fire hall. Looks really good, and it was like, that's a lot of fill we put in that one to attach it onto the tree. The wood is probably only there, so all that's fill, but it's attached on really nicely. Okay, I guess we're way back here. This is the one we're gonna have nice stone steps coming up. Voila, done. Attached, no holes, looking good, Mr. Carter. And I think we got a green one. This was kind of a unique looking shaped one. So it's that one. And that looks good. And then way over here, another one that's gonna have some nice steps. As you can see, they all look really good. Like as far as the fill goes, you can see the fill would have started here, and that's all fill. And the wood would have been back here somewhere, so that's all fill. They look really good. Even, let's take a look at the side thing. You can see on the side profile, it goes from there and then right back in. So all fill right there. And we have another green one here. I think this is the second last one. And it's good. We're gonna have some nice steps, rock steps for this. Fill it in, make it look good. But it looks good. And a ton of fill on this side. Wood would have been there. That looks really good, and they're solid. That's not just sitting there, that's gonna be there. The tree will probably grow around it if they're there long enough. And if we keep treating them every few years, put a nice clear coat on them, they should last forever. And this one, a lot of fill on that side. Just because every tree is different, right? So if you want to find like a really good spot, it's got to be up here, because down at the bottom, they don't like these, like these doors. There's no spot really. So some of the trees, if you want it on that tree, you got to put it up a little, just so your door's not like this. Or you need like 12 inches of fill and then build some rock in. So anyway, that's the update. They're looking good. I think the next time, now we have 9 plus 6, 15 of them. And we need to build some pathways. So to make them look really good, because those are the old ones over there. You can see on the tree. We got a bunch of them there. One hiding around the corner right there. But anyway, we got to get some paths built to these to make them look like they're like little villages. Anyway, stay tuned, guys. Please like, subscribe, and join us on this channel. Take care, guys.